Back.
Got to get
Wow.
my letterbox out.
Yes, we do.
That was a great
That
movie.
was a phenomenal
Zindagi Na
movie.
Milegi Dobara.
Zindagi Na
We need
Milegi
to understand
Dobara.
what it means, though. Hold on. What does
Who
that
knows?
term mean?
It may be the names of them. No, it's not. Well, maybe. I don't know. I mean, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara.
Wow, that was I
Let me
love
tell you.
that was so fun to be able to watch like a very happy movie, not depressing at all.
This movie was phenomenal.
Oh
I think
yeah,
it was
I
pretty darn good.
I mean,
loved
the
it.
chemistry between the boys. I mean,
Yeah.
that was amazing.
Yeah.
in
Life
the dialogue,
will not come again. Life will not come again. So basically,
Life will not.
Wow.
Wow, it's a beautiful
Wow.
title. It's a beautiful
Oh my
title.
word. Yeah,
Wow.
dude, like it was so just the way they did it was just so wonderful.
Yeah, I love how they went through each of the guys' like challenges and what they were worried about,
Right,
their emotions, and just kind of like dove into that instead of just like surface level. Oh, great, live life. This is fun.
Yeah.
They actually
Had
went
depth.
into each of their stories, each of their lives, and really developed that story and like how they changed, and it was just so well
And
done.
it was so unique how they did like 3 different things for each person, right? So him was the scuba diving, and then the air, and then
They
the
each
bulls.
had their-
They each had their demons
Well, and
behind
and like
that.
how the one guy was all focused on money, and then over time, he changed and started to enjoy life in the moments he was in. And then the other guy with his dad, which I thought that was really interesting how they went that route, where his dad was like, "No, I didn't think about you."
And his dad didn't like say, "Hey, I'm going to go back and welcome you."
And
to
I
the
thought
fold."
that was,
Nothing.
I thought that was
interesting. Yeah.
so well done how they did that scene, because they could have gone the generic route where it's like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry, son. I just, I was so busy. I would have come visit you. I would have visited you earlier."
Yeah.
All this, like, if the dad was making excuses and stuff, but instead he's just like, "No, I didn't
really care about you."
Yeah.
And then you understand why his mom and stepdad
Cared about
kept that from him. That your dad, like they didn't give out his real dad's name until he found out later, because it's like, man, that would be rough if you're a kid and then you're like, "Hey, Dad, why'd you leave?" I was like, "Well, I don't care about you." Like, that would be super rough as a child.
Oh my word! Even as an adult,
so even when he heard it as an adult, it was just like, he was like, "Wow, this is kind of crazy."
Yeah.
But I love how they developed
names
his story.
I love that too, and I just loved that whole, and then how he called his mom and thanked her.
Yeah,
was so cool,
I
because it
know.
was
He
understood.
it was really,
normally in movies, like other movies that go over that topic, they'd be like, "Oh, you'd be mad at the mom."
Yeah, because you kept this from me.
I hate the stepdad now and all that. But it was interesting how they flipped it.
Very interesting angle. And then the final one, which was kind of the culmination, was the "I'm not ready to get married" one, which was wild too.
It was so powerful, because like you could tell that guy was kind of he would kind of go along with whatever people would tell him. Like he was kind of pressured into things. Yeah, especially with how he like revealed the ring, and it was really a present for his mom.
Oh my word!
And then he was too nervous to speak up and say, no, this isn't an engagement. So then he just went with the flow. Yeah. And it's, man, like I really like his character, because like I see that like a lot in my own life, where I'm like, just, I have to please people, so I don't want to say anything that would affect our relationship or something, stuff like that. Just those thoughts go on. It's like, but no, he had to stand up for himself and really show that, hey, this isn't right for me. I don't think I'm ready for marriage. And then, like, of course, the scene at the end where they were running from the bulls. Yeah. And then it showed how they all got up. Like, they're all on the side. They all look at each other like, we need to run. We need to keep going. Yeah. And it was really cool. That was a powerful scene.
I totally agree. I think that the whole movie was just like, there were so many parts that were so relatable. I mean, like, it was crazy, like, going through all of this, too. And, like, I mean, so many scenes you were like, oh, my gosh, that is so interesting to, like, do it this way that they did it.
Yeah, and it was so hilarious, too. Like,
they had really good
first half.
And I'm trying to, that's why I'm on my phone right now trying to get the names right.
Yeah.
Okay, Ben, say all their names.
Oh man, the problem is they all look super different 15 years later. So I'm gonna try to match.
Right. Pictures on IMDb.
So Imran was the poet, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so he kind of going character by character. I feel like they all had really good, unique personalities.
Right.
Yeah.
And so Farhan Akhtar was a great actor.
Is that Imran?
Yeah, Imran.
Yeah.
But even the traditionally super handsome dude, which was Hrithik.
Michael's like,
Arjun, I believe, right? Arjun.
But I mean, him too. Like for me, I really because he's in a finance world, and I really related to that too.
With the pull of work
and
pull of work,
clients, and
oh, absolutely.
Well, like the one scene where he's looking at his laptop, not facing the nature and the trees in front of him. It was such an interesting shot.
I loved that.
He's turned away from experiencing the moment, and he's just looking at his computer on a call, and that was really interesting. How they showed
that one was really impactful too, because it's like, wow, for 3 Idiots for you is like engineering, and for that guy is like my world. I was like, oh man, that was wild. And I loved his change in character too throughout that, how he realized, wow, there's more to life than just work. Yeah, because it's true, because it's hard.
Scuba diving scene was super powerful. Like how that was like the first time he had cried in a while. And it was like, and then she was like, does work make you this happy where you would cry? And he's like, no.
But even with that scuba diving scene too, because Sadie and I just watched a movie last night that had a scuba diving scene.
Oh.
Yeah. I think you guys saw it.
I know what you're talking about.
This movie
it was all CGI, and it made it feel you were less in it because of that. Mm-hmm. And this movie being all
Little Mermaid? No,
don't say that.
I know what he's talking about.
We'll touch on it.
We'll touch on that later. But this having actual skydiving, scuba diving, was so cool.
He's so powerful. It felt like you were there with them.
It really did.
Just so well
done.
Yeah,
and there's no CGI. Like they didn't have to insert CGI,
which was so
and
nice.
the animals too. They didn't look CGI. So it's like, oh, this is kind of interesting. We're right. We're right.
But I love that kind of a movie where they could have done CGI for a lot of those scenes, but they didn't, and I think that's cool.
Yeah. Looking at the trivia, which is kind of funny. So Imran is seen having a fear of skydiving in the movie, but in real life he's a skydiver, a certified skydiver.
Wow!
And then Arjun is a certified scuba diver, but he's scared of the water.
Wow!
So
hilarious!
That's so cool!
That's very cool.
They flipped it
per IMDb.
Yeah. That is so good.
Oh, I love that.
That's pretty fun.
They were definitely trained before that skydiving scene.
For sure.
I'm like, but
even still, it's very cool.
They have done it before, I'm sure.
But dude, they must be friends in real life.
Oh yeah,
their chemistry was so good. So many scenes felt so natural.
Yeah,
and not even scripted.
that scene where they were at the bar. Yeah, and the dude just randomly brings up the commercial or the intro to that one TV show or something. He's like, "Remember this animated TV show?" And then they all start singing the theme song. He's like, "Yeah, that was depressing. I feel that way right now." It was just just random conversations, but so well done.
Natural, like the script was
well, I even think some of it was ad-lib. I really do. Like that scene that you're talking about where he's looking at his computer.
When they're talking.
They're just bantering. I mean, that was crazy.
It's so good.
That was so good banter. Like I don't think you could have written that.
It's like,
I think,
boy. It's just like, that was so fun. And the actresses, what are
they were pretty good too. The main actress.
She was really good.
Now I need to find.
I thought she did a great job.
Katrina Kaif.
Have we seen her? We've had to have seen her in another movie.
Don't know off.
But
right.
But yeah, they were all great.
She was good.
I didn't like the whole movie. I didn't feel like really get slow in any areas. I mean, the scene with his father, it did slow down, but I thought that was needed for the weight of the topic and stuff. So I thought this flew by. This movie really did.
I mean, considering it was so 2.5 hours. I mean, in general, Indian movies are just longer, right? So
and U.S. films,
right. So we're gonna naturally get a little bit more fatigued at these movies, but I think this one, in terms of pacing, was really it felt pretty we were moving the whole time. It felt like
in 2.5. To be honest, that is closer to I mean
these days
2.5 is closer
nowadays.
to some of the movies coming out in the US. Like
I know.
Oppenheimer's gonna be 3 hours.
How are we gonna watch Barbie and Oppenheimer?
I'm telling
same
you,
day. Yes.
We
will.
Yeah.
We will.
Do you see the Barbie Oppenheimer shirts and stuff?
Oh, it's hilarious. All
there was
marketing.
there was like this I don't know what happened, but someone like let off like a giant pink smoke bomb. Oh,
Yep,
did you
I
send me
sent
that?
you
Yeah,
that,
you did. And it was
so
like
great.
Oppenheimer and Barbie's already started. It's like,
and then the pictures with Greta Gerwig and then Margot Robbie, they got
they're fully into it. Both people,
I love
both
it.
sides.
It's
How
so
great.
funny. Anyway,
let's go back to
it. But yeah, this movie was incredible. I mean, do we want to get into ratings, or did you have anything?
I guess kind of overall thoughts. So here's the thing: this formula has been done before in terms of finding yourself on a road trip with the boys, etc.
Yeah.
So
with the boys,
I love
finding yourself
with
the
with the boys.
Like I felt it a little bit occasionally. It's like, okay, I'm going through these story beats. You could see you could see the character progression. You thought, you know that they're going to end up probably for most.
Yeah.
But
I
mentioned,
know about the one
his relationship with his father, that was interesting because usually they would be like all hunky dory, like let's get together.
Let's get out.
Friends. Thank you. You've changed my.
That was interesting because that's real life.
Yeah.
Sometimes, so I appreciated that. But yeah, there were some familiar story beats, and it was a little. It did feel long to me a little bit.
Sure.
But that's just that's just what I felt like the flow of the movie.
Right.
Okay.
But I thought I loved their relationship, relationship between the main guys was just great.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I thought overall it was a pretty darn good movie.
I think in terms of like the last few movies you've seen, this has been. I really like this movie.
This is one of my favorites, guys. If we're doing a top 10, which
it's gonna be up.
Of Indian
I mean,
films.
dude, like this is like, for me, this is like super top.
Oh, now I'm curious.
We're
about
high.
Shout out our ratings.
Oh, we gotta do
think
it
about it because honestly,
I've already decided.
Me verbalizing it, like because this movie to me was, I mean, we're up to 3 Idiot par.
Yeah,
for me, because it's like
I love
this is so applicable to us in a way because it's like the boys, and the way that they're dealing with the different things and stuff is so interesting.
And it's like. We've kind of gone through some of the stuff they went through too, in a way. Yep. Not
all that weird stuff.
Not necessarily.
We don't have really drama in our.
But like we can totally we've kind of felt what they've felt in a way. And
let me tell you, I want us to go to Spain after this.
Yes,
I mean, that's
they dwelt on the landscape in the city a lot.
But let me tell you this too, though. I genuinely believe that you do find yourself more on a trip like that. And if you do things that make you a little bit uncomfortable, like skydiving or scuba diving, I think you do. Get
road trips are road trips.
I think they do. We've been on some road trips,
and
like California.
That
was bomb.
Yeah,
that was
man, that was such a. And I remember so much from those trips because you do things that you normally don't.
Yeah,
do
exactly.
in normal life, and so it's fun to explore and to really connect.
Yeah,
on
there's
a road
something
trip.
to it.
It is.
Sure.
It's true. It's true. Road trips are great.
Yeah. So that's why it was impactful too, because it's like, dang.
Yeah.
So I got to think about because I'm waffling between a couple different ratings.
Oh, interesting. Should we yell out our rating all at once, or out of a 5 scale on Letterboxd?
Yeah, the Letterboxd 5 scale. You can follow us on Letterboxd, guys.
Yes, check out our ratings.
Right,
there.
exactly,
all right.
exactly. Also, before we give out our ratings, I know we are going to give out our ratings, but I want the audience to know. We've talked about putting Mirzapur Season 2 on the next poll
for TV show.
For Patreon. So if you guys, because we got a lot of comments, they really want Season 2.
Mm-hmm.
You got to vote with your Patreon vote.
Too. Yeah. But we want you guys to vote.
Yeah.
And it'll be on Patreon. So, and it's just
it's $1 to vote. I mean, like $1 Patreon.
And literally, if you just want 1 month, I mean, it's $1 for a whole month of voting.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you want to just vote for Mirzapur and, and then cancel, we're
guys,
okay with that. But
we'd
rather
we'd rather you support the show. But guys, because if you really want it, let's do it. Because we're down, but we gotta get the votes. Because that's the thing.
We want to make
the audience
so the audience decides.
Right.
And we'll have it on the polls. Like, let's say Family Man wins or something. We'll still keep it on the polls for the next show. I mean, it's not like we just never watch season 2, but like we want to make it a decision for you guys. So like, hey, if you want us to go back to season 2 later and watch Family Man first, we're fine with that. But we want you guys to vote. So that's the thing.
Guys, vote it up. So, okay, back to ratings.
Soon, probably.
All right, shall we just shout out our ratings?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
I'm going to rate it on Letterboxd right after.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
4.5. Yeah.
Okay, so, that's what I was feeling.
I was thinking about
4.5.
I was thinking about giving it a 5.
I was too.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was
crazy.
So close.
It's very
and
close.
Honestly, I might bump it up to a 5.
Yeah, and on a rewatch, because I want to rewatch this.
I want to watch
this
with Sadie. Yeah. Because I think this is
Sadie would.
It's 3.8 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Because interesting. Because
I
understand that because it's it's the similar tropes.
Maybe I'm sure there's a lot of these type of movies.
Yeah, it's been done
even
before
in the Indian cinema.
It has, but like we haven't seen a lot of those.
No, yeah, for us this is pretty new. I mean, we've seen 3 Idiots and
which kind of on the same topic. The director also did Gully Boy, which is on our list.
Oh yeah,
so now having seen this director,
this was phenomenal. If we could see another movie by this director, I'd be totally down because it feels a lot like 3 Idiots, like the directing style. Where it's very reflective and it's fun and it's also very serious at times.
We want 3 Idiots is more of those movies. Interesting because it's more unique, but also way more silly, like silly.
Right. Mm-hmm. Whereas this one I think is has a little bit more cheese on top.
But more natural.
More natural. Yeah. Well,
I like this one more
3
than 3
Idiots.
Idiots
Was natural too. It was just they were more goofy.
Like that's why I'm contemplating a 5 on this because
what did you rate in 3 Idiots?
I think 4.5.
Yeah, I think I did.
Because like this to me is just like it was so meaningful. So I want to rewatch it, and I might. You never know.
Oh yeah, be checking his Letterboxd. We got all our
follow us on Letterboxd.
In
links in the description.
See how well it holds up.
So we watched some other movies too.
Oh yeah, we can quick talk about. That. So first one would be Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny.
Everybody saw it. You guys saw it.
Scuba diving scene.
Yep.
All CGI.
So what did you guys think? Because
what mindset were you in? That's the question.
Here's what I really at the end of the movie what I was like really jazzed about. Right?
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I was really excited at the end of the movie because I am hoping there will be a Lego Indiana Jones video game that will come out.
Yes.
Okay. So
that would be a great video game.
I was like, if anything, we have a video game that's Lego.
And sets, right? I would like to have the sets too.
So I thought the movie was not the greatest, in my opinion.
Yeah, I thought it was mid.
Thought it was mid. I didn't think it was bad, but because I love Indiana Jones so much. But I thought it definitely, there were parts that were rough, right? And I mean, the whole like MacGuffin of the dial was interesting. Yeah. But I don't know if we should give into spoilers, but
probably
I think
not. Like just because it's still in
fresh.
Theaters
so I think the MacGuffin was cool, and I like that idea. But I thought the way it ended was a little bit wild. Where they do go to wild places in Indiana Jones.
But this
and if we're thinking about the same thing, like there's a point where Indy has to make a decision. I won't spoil it, but his like motivation for wanting to do this one thing, which I think we all know what I'm talking about. But it's kind of weird. Like I didn't get his motive.
His motive
let's
was
just say for staying. That's not really a spoiler.
He wanted to because he was studying it for so long. That was his whole.
Yes,
I studied. I've researched this,
and he felt like he didn't have anything left, and to. Well, we're getting into spoilers.
Well, let me tell you though one thing. So I was thinking, but I really liked a particular part where he talked about because here's the thing: the whole movie is about time. Mm-hmm. It's not just like he's riding a horse in a scene. This is in the trailer. He rides a horse in the scene, and someone else rides a motorcycle. Yeah. That's a perfect motif for the whole movie. Because it's him thinking about time and being contemplative about time. Yeah. And that is an interesting thing to think about because he is past his prime. Yeah. And it is kind of a movie of reflection on, I'm past my prime. Yeah. Right? So it's kind of like a last...
That's a very good way to
think in this movie.
Oh, yeah. He was great.
And there was a line of dialogue. Let me tell you, that line of dialogue where when she asked him, what would you, if you could change something?
I thought that was amazing.
Phenomenal way to just through dialogue explain why a certain character wasn't there. Explain what happened. Like, it was just phenomenal.
It was like out of the blue, like good emotional moment. I'm like, what?
I know. I was shocked too because I was like, oh, this is randomly like bombing.
Yeah, because the dialogue wasn't like necessarily that great the rest of
the and I think, I mean, with those scenes and then some of the action was great. I thought the beginning scene was really well done. Even with like, if you can kind of look past some of the de-aging,
right?
I thought it was really good, and I thought, I mean, as long as you're not like focusing a ton on his face, like, then you can enjoy the scene. If you just kind of think of it like, oh, this is him when he's younger.
It definitely had all the story beats of an Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it did, and I thought, like, people are saying, oh, this is the worst movie, like, giving it 1 star, and like a lot of the reviewers, like, it's super low rated right now. And it's pretty low on Letterboxd. But like, I thought it didn't deserve that low of ratings. I thought it was mid, so like, I gave it a 3.5. I might go down to a 3.
Interesting. Yeah, I think I gave it a 3.
Like, I didn't think it was so bad that it's like, oh, this is this deserves a 1.
I think
like,
people are.
I gave it a 2.5. Ooh, that's a little low.
Well, Ben, you did see it. Ben saw it when he was like tired and about to fall asleep, so you might want to rewatch.
I didn't really enjoy it that much until
I think I would probably rate it like a 3. I think it would be a good way because I think this was the weakest out of all the Indiana Jones movies.
It's been a long time since I've seen
Crystal Skull. I haven't seen in a long time.
I like Crystal Skull. I
thought that was fun. Said that before.
Yeah, I've said it and I'll say it again. I liked it. I thought it was so. Because here's the thing: he was old enough to be old.
Yes.
In the movie to make it funny and still move around.
Yeah.
This one he was too old.
Yeah.
That's the problem. He was so old. You could tell they had to work around some stuff.
Yeah.
So that's where I thought that one was better. And I still think, like, I don't know. I want to actually make a ranking of all the Indiana Jones, like a Letterboxd list.
Me too.
Because I probably would put.
I do want to rewatch second, third, and fourth.
I still haven't even seen the second one.
Sadie and I want to rewatch all of them. We want to go through a marathon.
Man,
I've watched.
We'll invite us over.
Yeah, we'll invite you guys.
Because I
love the third one.
We saw the first one in theaters recently months ago.
Yeah.
I love that.
If you guys want to, we can go through maybe a marathon sometime.
Yeah. I'd be down. I
really
really
want to
rewatch
or the
2.
third and fourth. Down to see this Kingdom of the Crystal Skull because I haven't.
You've
seen
never
that in
seen?
Like
have
10
you
years.
ever seen Temple of Doom?
No, he hasn't.
Yeah.
I know.
What?
Which is it could be just because
I
watched it at your house one time. Yep.
Because I've always said, well, it's not worth it, but
that's crazy.
I don't know.
We'll
I think if you watch it, I don't think you would think it's as bad as it's rated.
Okay.
I just think the first one was so good. People were having hangover from the first one, and then they saw the second one. They were like, "This is trash compared to the first one." Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it was like so nostalgic. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, I thought it was good, but again, I think there were some parts that I was like, "Oof, duh," kind of a thing too. But I thought it was good. I liked it. It was a fun movie. Like, that's Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
They're not meant to be that contemplate. They're just meant to be fun and entertaining.
Yeah.
Which I definitely got from that movie. We had all the elements. You had let's go to Tunisia. Let's have like a Arabian scene. Let's have more of a viney scene in like a cave. And I love it's all Indiana.
Yeah, in the scene with the in the parade with the horses and stuff. Yeah. That was really cool. Yeah. Like, I thought that was really well done, well filmed and stuff. And I thought it was
I would definitely
decent.
Here's my only thought though. I like the dial thing, but I actually would not have used that as your final send off.
Oh, okay.
I think you could have done a different artifact that maybe had different properties. Because the whole thing with that I thought was really like supernatural stuff is generally the Indiana Jones way.
Yeah.
This one was more trying to be more scientific, which I thought was kind of a breakaway from our we've already established in this Indiana Jones world, like, there's like supernatural things that are going on, and like every movie there's something wild with the stones or with the Ark of the Covenant.
Normally it's focused on like religion or something.
Right. I thought they could have gone with a religion maybe with something sacred.
Okay, kind of keeping the theme.
Because I would have felt more at home, but I don't know. Anyways.
Interesting. Speaking of MacGuffins though, Mission Impossible.
Oh yeah, so we can't get into spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers.
I haven't seen it
out yet. Well, actually, when this releases, it will.
Right.
We saw a pre-screening of it, and I thought the stunts and the action was great. It was really well done, but the story, I'm not super into it right now. Wow. this isn't a spoiler. There's a second part coming out,
which I like that they advertised.
Yeah, well, you like that. So I actually, it's interesting. I like how Spider-Verse didn't put it in there just to freak everybody out. I love it. But anyway, so the part 2 is coming out. I feel like they could save the story in part 1 with part 2, like depending on where they go with the story part of it. But it has to, this isn't really a spoiler, but it has to do with AI stuff. And it's like they just throw a lot of stuff in there without really explaining how it all works. And I know, I mean, I know you don't want like a dialogue scene, like a 15-minute dialogue scene of just like explaining stuff. But like, well, yeah, there was a little bit of that.
Expositional dialogue.
I don't know. I just felt like they didn't do the best with like developing that side of the story. Ooh. But the stunts were really good. I mean, it's worth the watch just for the action scenes and Tom Cruise doing crazy things.
Of course, as always.
Yeah, so
does not disappoint.
There was some really fun scenes.
Well, we've already seen the most iconic from the trailer.
Probably not. Yeah. Well, I would actually say that wasn't the most iconic.
But he did do that.
Yeah.
So the scene I'm talking about from the trailer, because I haven't seen it, is when he goes up the cliff.
Oh yeah,
right?
It's crazy, and they did that.
It was real.
There's another scene though that might take the cake. I can't remember if they show it in the trailer, so I'm not.
They don't. Yeah, don't tell me. But yeah, I'm excited now.
Yeah, I think they do.
Yeah, I rated it 4 out of 5.
Wow, wait.
Even though the story is
I think you gave that higher than I did. I think I gave it 3.5.
I was just like, it's so fun to be like in theaters watching another Mission Impossible.
Man, Ben, I thought you didn't like it because right after we
watched
the movie, Ben's like, the story was terrible.
Well, the logic, is off.
Don't say that too loud. I bet a lot of people here
love this movie.
Yeah,
I might. It's hard to give it 3.5. Well, I don't know.
All right.
But the weird thing is it's extremely
3 out of 5.
Highly rated on Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb.
Ben, this is actually crazy. I gave this like way lower.
I might have to
wow, we got a reversal.
This never happens. Ben's always lower
he rated
than
a
us.
3.
That's crazy because actually he's in the minority for
I know because the ratings are very high for this movie
I think that's just a Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Sadie was actually telling me that Tom Cruise has actually gotten scolded a few times on set.
For how intense he is?
No, for trying to get people into Scientology.
Oh, well, yeah.
Have you heard that?
This was recent.
Oh,
wow, that's, oof.
I don't know if it was on Mission Impossible set, but they said, like, hey, you have to stop.
Yeah, okay, wow.
Interesting.
I think it might be a little overhyped, because Rotten Tomatoes, like, 99%.
Yeah, I don't know where it's crazy. Had, like, 125 reviews when I last checked.
Is it higher than Spideyverse?
Right now it is, but it'll probably go. It's
got to go down.
By the time this will be released, it probably has gone down.
But I like there's some other fully contained Mission Impossible movies that I think are better.
I agree.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is this the last Mission Impossible?
Part 2. Yeah, I think.
So they say. I think. Right?
I feel like it is because they're doing a part 1, part 2.
Yeah.
They haven't said it. It's not the final.
It's kind of like with John Wick 4, where they said it was the final movie, and then now after it got like,
all right, I'm gonna edit my rating.
After it got so much hype and stuff, they're like, well, we might make another one now. Did you hear about that? So
I didn't.
John Wick 4, they're like, well,
oh my gosh.
Maybe if everyone wants to come back, we could maybe do another one.
You know what? Yeah. They see the money, the dollar signs. They do. Like, it's so hard.
Oh, man, that's tough. Dang.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you for listening.
Anyway, check out our Patreon. Make sure to check out the polls.
Check out the merch.
Yeah, the merch.
Yep.
In the description, we got links to our RRR merch.
Yes, we do.
So.
Peace out.
See you later.